All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Like Michelle, I have a new desktop computer, and I'm still trying to figure it out. So, so um, like I was saying, I want to go over something really quick tonight, and then Michelle has a couple things she wants to talk about, and then Mark jump on because he was on the Paul Gravett call today, and he had a lot of good notes. So if anybody missed it, we'll hear about that. All right, are we still good? All right. So the end of the year in 2.0, so I'm really excited for that. And Mark will go over a lot of that from the call today. But I want to make sure that everybody understands. If you were with our previous company, then you understand what we're talking about. But like with the previous company, we had a like the steps to success that and that was what would help us ensure that and um, and you know promoting and growing your business every month. It's our VIP 800, and so you want to make sure that your goal every month is to get your 2 customers and your 2 promoters at a minimum. That's your minimum. If you can do 4 and 4, that's awesome. And for the month is going to be 8. You always want to shoot for, between 4 and 8 as a minimum for your PPA. And when you do that on a consistent basis, grow every month. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're duplicatable. What you're doing is duplicatable for people that you're signing up. You want to make it as easy as possible. For you using your credits that you get every month. Because if you have your 2 customers, you got credits next month on the 2nd of the month. I know that a lot of us like to use them to get our own product to use, but even if you're saving $50, now for 25 for your 2 customers. A lot of times what I do is offer shipping. If they see that they're getting a deal, they see that they're getting some money off, then they'll be more inclined to order from you. That's not something that we want our customers to rely on, is us taking money off their orders, but that's definitely something someone just see what a little bit can do to kind of have them jump over that fence and order from you. But the biggest thing in our company, get your 2 and 2, because that is what's going to grow your business. That's how you're going to get your next promotion. And that's the biggest thing that you should be looking at daily is your VIP report and making sure that your people on your VIP report are getting their 2 and 2. If you saw the requirements for the Las Vegas trip, if you're 12K and you want the whole state covered, having 1 promoter go VIP is a requirement. And I know that was never a requirement in the past, but they're trying to make it more difficult because they really want you to work for these trips. Because I know that there was like over 5,000 people that went to Mexico, and which was amazing. But they really want you to and earn these trips with your own business. So,
Danny?
yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe you sit a little closer to your computer or stop moving around. I wasn't saying anything. I wanted to see if anybody else did, but somebody did just pop in and say they can't hear either. You're cutting in and out real bad, but I'm wondering if the microphone is maybe on your computer and maybe just sit forward more and don't move so much.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Me, I have to move and I use my hands.
Yeah, it's really choppy. I don't know. It sounds really clear when it's clear, but when it doesn't last very long.
How about now?
Mhm.
We're good now. Okay, I'll try to be as still as possible and then you when I can as soon as possible. Okay, so yeah, we just want to focus on the VIPs. You're 2 and 2. Okay, so that's your focus every month. And then your focus is to ensure that your new promoters that you're enrolling do the same. So making sure that it's duplicatable, making sure that you are training them on how to get their 2 and 2. Any questions so far? I don't even know where the microphone is. All right, so I'm gonna hand it over to Michelle. We'll try to fix it while she's talking.
I was going to say, all I heard was my name, so I'm assuming that's my cue. All right, you guys. So I just wanted to go over a couple of the basics. There was some confusion about being qualified and active, and I want to explain exactly what that means. I think some of us as leaders just assume that people understand what qualified means and active means. So as most of us were in the previous company, you had to be commission qualified to get anything, any sort of commissions or any promotions they were running. And that is exactly what being qualified with Lavelle means as well. So if they're running incentives or promotions, such as the $2 for every free customer and promoter account, if you're not qualified, if you don't have that 100 in personal volume, or you didn't get your upgrade package, you are not commission qualified. And that $2 per account is considered commissions, just as is your free credits, your Lavelle credits. So they're credits, you guys. Okay, you automatically get credits for every 2 customers that you get, which makes you qualified. If you have 2 customers, you're going to be at that $100 mark. Okay, active just means that you're actively enrolling new PPA. You have new PPA every month if you have a bonus like the 12K bonus, and you're getting that $300 monthly car bonus. You have got to be active, you've got to be qualified, and you have got to reach 400 in new personal orders every single month to maintain that bonus, that $300, okay? So maintaining the bonuses are done by your group as a whole, you guys. So anybody that you enroll under you, all of that volume rolls off. And as long as that hits 12,000 in all of your group volumes, and you have personally enrolled $400 in sales of new auto ship sales every single month, you will continue to get that $300 car bonus or the $800 car bonus if you got your Lexus, Mercedes, BMW, or Cadillac. So that's really important that you guys understand why us as leaders are constantly writing everybody about being qualified and getting your upgrade packages. It doesn't benefit us for you guys to get your upgrades. Like, it does not benefit us whatsoever. So you guys could stay not qualified forever. We're still going to get paid. Doesn't matter. But the point is that they run these incentives sometimes for 24 hours. And if you're not qualified for the month, you just lost something that could have been, if you enrolled 500 new accounts and you're getting $2 for each account, that was $1,000 So you didn't spend $150 to get your upgrade package. You just missed out on $1,000 just for signing up new customers. Free customer accounts, not even customers. So I understand people say that they can't afford it, whatever the case may be, then post. Get your customers and get your $100 in volume underneath you. A lot of you have been asking me about when you should be enrolling your boyfriends, your husbands, whatever. And what I'm going to tell you is we've done a lot of Zooms and a lot of trainings on that. If you're going to enroll your husband or your boyfriend and they're not going to actively work their business, that is going to be 2 people for you to maintain, especially if you're going to be reaching for bonuses like the 12K bonus, to get that monthly car bonus every month. So my suggestion is if you're going to enroll your husband or your boyfriend, make sure that you're placing everybody under your husband or boyfriend so that way you're getting 2 paychecks. So does anybody have any questions before I go on? Does anybody have any questions about being qualified and active and understanding how we get paid by being qualified?
Can you hear me better now?
Actually, yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. I put my headphones in. All right. So along with that, a lot of people that say that they can't afford it, how about pre-selling their 3-day samples that they get in their kit? You know, what do we get? Like 10 in a $200 kit, and then 20 in a $400 kit, and then if you buy an extra DFT, right, then you get like 30. But so you're paying $200 for a 200 kit, but you can sell all those. Say you sell them for $25. Let's just say that you're making $250, so that's a $50 profit that you can turn around and buy your kit for. Let's say you buy the 400 kit and you buy an extra DFT, you can get 30. Oh my gosh, 30 samples in that. So what is that? $750. $750 off a 400 kit. If you add an extra 50 for the DFT, spending $450, that's a $300 profit. That's insane. So if you are pre-selling your samples, then you can just turn right around and take that cash and buy your kit. So there really isn't any reason why people can't get their kits. You know, we can, you know, get with your upline. We can come up with ways. We can help you come up with wording or pictures or, you know, different things to help pre-sell them. Or, you know, who doesn't have something to sell in their house? Like, I'm sitting on probably 10 totes of baby clothes, and my baby's 7, you know? So, you know, we all have something that we can sell. It's just, we just need to think outside the box, and we want to try to get everybody qualified and active, so they are getting checks, they are getting their credits, and you know, because that's why everybody joins this company as a promoter, is to make money. All right, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, and I'm glad you did bring that up, because I mean, you can either make excuses or make it happen. I mean, y'all have heard lots of stories on the Lovell page, and you know, my story and Danny's story. I mean, we had to go through a lot to get our kits, and you know, I didn't even get a paycheck from my previous company because they're thieves, and I had 5 kids, and I was the only income. So I got a 400 kit. I sold whatever the hell I could get my hands on in my house, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I took old DS or old Xbox games back to the mall. You know, I was only getting $7-8 a piece. That was still money that I was getting to go towards my 400 kit, and I had that $400 within the hour. I mean, that's how determined I was. Just knowing alone that you're going to profit that much money. I sell mine for $30 a piece. I mean, you guys, that's crazy money. Plus, you're qualified. When Barry does these giveaways and stuff, if Barry, Lisa, Jamie Pekka, even Sarah Fryer sometimes for our team, they do these incentives that are a lot of money. Lisa just gave away, like, what, Danny, $10,000 worth of gifts and cash prizes and credit cards. And I mean, but you have to be qualified to be included in it, you guys. We're not asking you to invest an arm and a leg. And like I said, it's not going to benefit us whether you're qualified or not. We're still getting paid. But we want you to be able to feel how it feels to get that comment in your paycheck every week. The first time you get that comment in your paycheck, you guys, you'll understand why we're on your ass to get you guys qualified, because then you're going to be on your team's asses and be like, you guys have got to see what this feels like, because there's nothing like seeing that paycheck. Okay. So as long as everybody understands, yes, April, exactly. I mean, it's crazy what we can sell, you guys. Even if you go on Facebook, I just go out into my garage. I sold my go-karts. We had I can't remember what we were doing, but I wanted to get that 400 pack again. We were getting huge incentives for that. I didn't have $400, but you know what? I never drove my go-karts. It's like I could sell my go-karts, get that incentive, and my paycheck is going to be over, almost $2,000. I mean, come on, guys. I can pay all my bills with one paycheck. So it really is supply and demand. How bad do you need it? And as long as nobody else has any questions about being qualified and active, I'll move on so I don't do this all night. And if you guys think of something, just hop in. Okay, you guys, I want to touch on 3 ways. And this is really super important, so I want to make sure that everybody is paying attention, okay? 3-way chats to close a deal are so important. But what's even more important is that you are not participating in a 3-way chat to close a deal if you are not a leader of 4K or above. And I'm going to tell you why. Number 1, you have to have a lot of practice on closing. And if you're not closing on these customers consistently, then I don't want you guys to go in and try to close for somebody else on their customers, okay? Because you're not confident enough with yourself. You may be educated enough, but your confidence is not up there if you're not closing on a lot of deals. So I want to make sure that everybody understands, if anybody wants to be trained on doing 3 ways and closing the deal for other people, we can throw a 4th person in there. If, let's say, Lori or Lulu or anybody is, they're not a 4K yet, or they haven't VIP'd, but they really want to start training people and helping train the team and become more educated. Just let one of us leaders know, somebody that's a 4K or above. And when we have those 3-way chats, we can throw you in there so that you guys can watch and learn how we do that to close these deals. Okay, a couple of you asked when I asked in the Thriver stage what you wanted to touch base on, and that was a big one, was closing. Okay, so anybody who wants to be put in this 3-way chat just to observe and see how we do it and close these deals, just let one of your 4K or above know. Okay, does anybody have any questions about 3 ways? No, everybody's.
I do them all the time, and I'll get, when I know that it's going to be somebody who's, if I'm looking to get a 3-way into somebody, one of my potentials, I kind of feel the person out and see what their personality is, and are they a stay-at-home mom? Are they, is it a guy? Is it, and what their goals are? And then I go in my, I try to think, who could I bring on that is similar, has similar interests, similar background, same situation as this person, and so they can connect and feel like, oh, this person is, has success with this company, and they're in the same shoes I'm in. I could really see myself. We want to bring someone in that they can relate to. That's really going to help, because, I could bring a guy in as a potential, and I could, say all the right things that I could say to, to any one of you, but he may not relate to it because I'm not relatable to him. So, I may bring Mark in, or I may bring in Chris Fryer, or, whoever else, a guy that has been successful in this business. So just want to think, who can you bring in that will help you seal the deal, because that's the ultimate goal, is sealing the deal. And even if it's you, your promoter, and maybe their potential, bring in a fourth, even though it says three-way. You want to bring in, don't overwhelm them with a whole group, but just bring one other person in to help you. Yeah, we have third-party validation, it's huge, but maybe someone that has been with the company a little bit longer, has a little more success, or even just, like I said, relatable, can really help you seal the deal.
And I'm really glad that you brought that up. For example, somebody like myself who, yes, I'm a 40K, I was successful very quickly. Ashley was just as successful just as quickly. The difference is that I have a very calm life. When I started with Lavelle, I wasn't working full time. I didn't have a newborn baby. Now, if somebody messages me and says, you know what, I can't do this job. I have a full time. I can't start with you. I have a full time job. I have a newborn baby. I have 2 other kids. All these animals. Well, you know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab Ashley. I'm going to make a 3-way chat, and I'm going to say, hey, I want you to meet Ashley. She's one of my leaders, and you made me think of her. She had a newborn baby when she started. She worked full time. Her life was very chaotic, but yes, she's still successful. So that's what Danny means by making it relatable. You have got to bring somebody in who's relatable. So if Danny has somebody who goes to church every Sunday and is a God-fearing Christian, she's not going to jump at me to hop in that 3-way with her, because she knows that more than likely I'm going to say the word fuck at least once. Okay? So she's going to think of somebody who's got a little bit higher of a professionalism and go with that person and make it more relatable for them. So you guys need to think about personalities. Don't just jump on these 3-way calls when you hear, I need somebody to help me with a 3-way chat. We appreciate that you want to help, but don't jump on it because a 3-way is not for everybody. That sounds really gross. But see, definitely not me. Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, you guys, think about who's on our team. And just between me, Danny, and Ashley Wiggins, you've got 3 people right there that are on 3 completely on different ends of the spectrum. And we could be relatable to somebody. Okay, so you've always got a leader to turn to. And then we've got other leaders on the team too. Okay, that are even further on a different spectrum. So just make sure you guys are thinking about that. Don't jump into 3-ways unless you're ready. Okay. I'm going to leave that for the end. Oh, I wanted to touch on something Danny said earlier about credits. I see that all of us leaders, so from me down, I see everybody. And Danny down, she's all of us. Okay. So we see who does what with their accounts, how their numbers are, and once you hit 40K, you start reporting back to the higher ups on who's doing an amazing job, who's really working hard, what their numbers are, if they're enrolling, stuff like that. One of the things that we're asked are they using their credits as incentives to get their customers? And I have to say, you guys, when I understand, like Danny said, you want to get your products, and that's fine because you need the products too. But please try to set some money aside. Like Danny said, even if it's $15 to help pay for shipping, it's going to get people landed a lot quicker. You don't bring it up right away, but when they're like, I don't think I can afford this. You know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to give you $15 of my credits, and I'm going to take care of the shipping. And sometimes that's all it is just a little bit, you guys. All right. Another thing, you guys see how we help you guys buy your promoter packages. Be setting some money aside week after week after week until you have $40 or $50. You can help one of your friends get their promoter pack. Okay, because what comes around goes around. It really does, you guys. We should be trying to get everybody to VIP. That's our steps to success, period. So if people are not VIPing under you, then we're not being successful. You guys make sure you lead by example. If you're not out there consistently posting every single day, do you think your team is going to be? If you take the weekends off, do you think your team is going to be working the weekends? So You guys can't expect your team to be doing something that you yourself aren't willing to do or aren't able to do. Okay, so please make sure you're leading by example. Don't hit a goal and then stop working. Okay, let's say you hit 1,600 and you're like, oh my God, I am taking the month off. I just busted my ass. I hit my 1,600. I am taking the month off. Well, guess what? You just lost 5,000 in volume, and now next month they're going to be coming out with these bonuses. Not only do you have to catch up what you just lost from taking the month off, but now you got to triple that to hit this $40,000 or $80,000 bonus. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to put it very bluntly for you. You can either bust your ass and make this business 100% a priority for 2 to 5 years and retire 100% debt free as a millionaire, or you can treat it like a part-time job and a hobby and get paid that way and still work 40 years and retired broke. So my suggestion to all of you is put everything on the back burner, because with this 2.0 coming, you have got to get your teams built and ready. Get these free accounts set up, get your promoters signed up, get your teams trained. If you're not training your teams, you guys, you can't expect them to know anything. Don't enroll somebody and then be like, okay, you know what? We're going to catch up tomorrow. I'm going to tag you in all the videos in our leadership page. Watch all these videos, and then I'll talk to you over the weekend, and we'll connect. Why would you do that? Immediately, the minute you're enrolling these people, that's not fair to them. Okay, I know it becomes repetitious, guys, after a while. Believe me, I know I have over 500 promoters underneath me. I've enrolled over 500 people. I know how overwhelming it can get. And starting from the beginning with a new promoter every single time is kind of a struggle. But if you get on the phone with them and you do a FaceTime, you can't help but get excited and get worked up. So don't put it off, you guys, because that's not going to do anything but hurt your business and definitely hurt your new promoter's business. Okay, one more thing I had, you guys. Don't be pushy and don't be passive. There are two ways you can be in this business, and you're either too pushy or you're too passive. So if somebody says that they're not ready to enroll, don't be like, what are you doing, girl? You can't wait. You need to enroll right now. And you sure as hell can't say, all right, well, you know what? Hit me up when you can. So you've got to find a happy medium, you guys. You know what? What do you need to hear from me that would make you feel comfortable enrolling? Let them tell you, and they will. Ask questions, you guys, but don't just assume. That's good. Okay. Don't just assume that you're going to answer the questions that they want. Let them ask the questions. What's your goal? You want to join my team. What is your goal? Is it $200 a week? Is it $200 a month? Do you want to retire in a year? Tell me what your goal is, and I'll tell you how I can make it happen. I will help you make that happen. They will talk. Okay, you guys? So I think a lot of our problems is that we just don't shut up, and we just go off and start telling them about the business, the VIPs, the car bonus, the iPad bonus. Did they ask you for any of that? You don't even know what they want to make. Maybe they just need extra money for gas. Okay? So that's my biggest piece of advice, you guys, is ask questions. What is your goal? Whether it's for the product or the business, please start asking what their goals are. Let them tell you what they want. You don't tell them what they need. Sorry, tell anybody else. You're muted, Danny.
I'm just unmuted myself. Okay, we're gonna have Mark get on here and go over the Paul Gravett call. Yeah, so definitely asking questions and finding out, what their goals are, why they want to join, how much do they want to make. Find out more about the people that you are going to work with. What's their why? Because that's what's going to keep them motivated, and we need to constantly reassure them about their why, because we don't want their why to be their excuse.
You guys, I'm just going to throw this one last thing in there. I put a post up saying, if you're feeling like you're lost and you just need somebody to love on you, talk to me, because our team is that place to be. I have 2 potentials right now just from saying that. Had nothing to do with money, products, weight loss, energy. They were just bored. They just needed a family atmosphere. They just wanted some friends. They had no friends. I have 2 potential promoters that I'll probably be joined by the end of the night. Hi, Funky Funky.
Okay.
Hi, Funky.
Hey, what's up? I gotta get used to this whole new computer thing with her. I'm used to doing it on the phone.
Oh, you sound loud and clear, though. You're coming in clear.
That's just because I have that strong voice.
Okay.
Oh, come on, it's funny.
It was funny. It was.
I'm messing with you.
I know.
So there's just a couple things. If y'all don't know me, I am Mark, Denny's uglier half.
Yeah.
For those of you that didn't get to listen on the call today, there was those. I listened to it while I was at work. He made some really good points, just that I wanted to share with y'all. It's something that's going to help y'all also just start thinking outside the box. I know we get on a lot of those calls and we don't pay attention to what it is because we're too busy trying to take notes. And sometimes it's better to have somebody that just is able to read it back to you so that you catch what you need to hear. So a couple of things he started off with was he was just basically talking about how start setting your goals, start setting your dream board. One of the reasons why is he said, you know, instead of having simple-minded goals of thinking, I can be a 4K next month, or I can be a 4K in 2 months. I'm working on it. Start pushing yourself for more. Maybe you want to get 40. Maybe you want to get 80. Well, you know what? I think all of us want to be 200 because I think it'd be able to help all of us and all of our families. So he said, start setting yourself a goal for a period. So these are some of the time periods he used um, just as his example. And this is how aggressive he was being. He said, you know, if you want to be 200K and you're an 80K right now, December 25th is when you should be hitting 200K. Now, I can guarantee you probably half of us on here are probably going, holy crap, that's a very short timetable. Well, for that timetable, it's accomplishable if you are aggressive at it and not being the passive, you know, sitting back saying, oh, I'll wait till next month. And he constantly pushed on that so much during this meeting was instead of being passive, instead of, you know, not reaching out and trying to grab these people, just start being aggressive. You know, don't be hesitant about who you're going to share it with. Grab out that chicken list. He said, there's no reason why you can't grab these people. He said, if you keep worrying about what other people are going to think of you because you're doing this to better yourself, then you're being passive. You're not being aggressive, and you're not trying to reach a higher goal. So, a couple of different things he jumped on. He said he mentioned one good thing that I caught that I think was great is a lot of times we say, you know, we have a mini 3-day sample you can try. We have a 5-day or 7-day you can try. He said, get away from using the word try and just start saying, I have something you need to order. Just order it. I have something that you need to get. It's not, he said, you're building into their future and into their minds that this is something that can help them. And when you're doing this, you're speaking it into the future for them, so they start looking at it that way. He mentioned he went kind of back and forth on a couple of things, but one of the biggest things he said was 80% of people that are looking at something to buy look at it 8 times before they buy it. 80% of people. So that's 8 out of 10 people that you're talking to, they're going to look at it 8 times before they even think about buying it from you. So you bringing it up and you constantly saying and you planting is going to help them be able to push more and then help your business as well to go forward. One of the ways that he said, and I was just sharing this with Danny. Sorry, I have to find it on my notes because I wrote them as fast as possible. He said he noticed a lot of people that are creating posts and trying to create the business to get more out of it. He said he noticed that there's a lot more posts about move. There's a lot more posts about rest and about, the different products. He said the number one product in the company are the 3 steps: taking the capsules, taking your lifestyle mix, and putting on your DFT, getting it all done within 30 minutes in the morning. He said if you are not pushing that, then you need to start pushing it. He said because come 2018, that's going to be a big thing for the Thrive 2.0. One of the last things that I want to share that really jumped out at me, and I think it should jump out for everybody, was he was just talking about your business and how people want to sit back and relax, and they say, okay, well, it's Christmas week, it's 6 days before Christmas, 7 days, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. If I don't hit my bonus this month, I can worry about it next month. He said, what if he told every single one of us on this Zoom right now, what if Paul jumped in and said, if you can get 100 free accounts and 10 upgrade kits by December 25th, I would put $100,000 in each of your accounts. He said, what would you do? My first thought was, well, geez, I got this person I can talk to. I got that person I can talk to. You're already thinking about what you can do. So if we think about it like that and we look and stop being passive, going towards the aggressive side. Now, he didn't say he was going to do this, but he said, as a metaphorically speaking, if he was to jump in and say that, what would you do?
But ultimately, Mark, he is saying that because we know bonuses are coming. And
Right.
those bonuses well exceed $100,000. So, I mean, these things are going to be given to us. And if we just get those free customers, if we just get those promoters, if we just get those people VIP, he will put over $100,000 a week in your pocket. That's my mindset on a daily basis.
And that's what he was getting at. He was saying, if you're not looking at it, he said, you should be going to people and you should be saying, look, I have a contest. I need to get 3 free accounts today to help me with this contest. He goes, you know what? If your goal isn't 3 and your goal is 10, then every day you should be saying, I have a contest to get 10 people free accounts. And he goes, I'm telling you now, it's going to pay off next month when we release everything for Thrive 2.0. And he goes, if you don't believe me, ask those people like Moria Dillard, ask those people like some of the top income earners that did this with them when Thrive 1.0 came out. He goes, this is going to be 10 times, 100 times, even more so helping you. So that was something that I took. I hope that helps y'all. Maybe it's something that you need to hear to look at it in a different view. Maybe you need to look at it as in, what am I getting next month? What if getting those free help me? What if getting those 5 free customers help me? Because all you're doing is basically signing somebody up for a free membership. They don't have to do anything. Sign up for that membership. There's a lot of people that are saying, I don't want to create a free account. Well, it's a free membership. You don't pay anything. But guess what? You get to find out everything first before anybody on the street does. Something that can help y'all. So that's something that I wanted to share with you. He over and over again constantly said, stay focused. Don't stop just because it's December. Like he said, we are not different companies. We are not other multi-level marketing companies. This company has done so good in the slow months. So I'm telling y'all, if you're just coming on, you should be very excited. If you're not excited, then get around one of us, and I guarantee you we'll get you excited. But to those of you who have been working and you have slowed down or you haven't, gotten that well, I'm telling you from this call today, when I got home and I walked in the door, we were getting ready to eat dinner, and the first thing I told Danny was, guess what? Do you want me to share tonight? Because I got some stuff I want to share. So it's just, you got to put your mindset in, and I hope it helps y'all. So that's all I had to say. Sorry, Michelle.
No, absolutely, Mark. Thank you so much, because you just got me, dude. I'm so sick, like on my deathbed. Like, I'll be lucky if I'll be alive at this time next year, and you got me rolling up my sleeves, and I'm ready to hit it right now. You got me so pumped up.
I guarantee you, if he was putting 100,000, just think about it. If he jumped on our call right now and he said, "I'm putting $100,000 in your account, December 25th on the morning, if you do this,"
and that could happen any time. They are this crazy in this company, you guys. They are this crazy. So,
they are.
Of you, I just want to shake you and go, why aren't you posting? Why aren't you talking to people? Why aren't you doing this? If I hit 40K, anybody can hit 40K, because I am ADD. I'm all over the place. I'm a hot mess. You can all be here because you're all better than me. And that is a guarantee, okay? As I zip up my coat and realize I've just been bending over talking to everybody for an hour. You guys do this for yourselves and your families. It's so fun. Like, who wouldn't want to do this? And if you lost that fire, and you don't feel like you have that fire under your ass, reach out to somebody that does have that fire under their ass and say, you know what?
Absolutely.
I'm excited again. I want to be excited again. I miss it. Reach out to somebody. It doesn't matter who they are. It could be Sarah Fryer. It could be Amanda Arnett. Anybody will get you fired up, because you guys have to want this. Us as leaders want it more for you than half of you want it for yourself. So let's just do this, dude. Let's close out December and kick ass. And I want to see everybody get a $40,000 bonus next month.
Thanks for listening, y'all. Danny's back. Bye, Shell.
All right. Yeah, he's very long-winded. He's from Texas, so they do. He talks a lot. So
no, good.
Just to kind of put something in perspective in regards to this 2.0. So this is like the third time that Lavelle is coming out with something big. So the first time was when, Lavelle was launched. The second time was when the DFTs were launched. And we have been promised that this is going to be bigger. Whatever this product is for 2.0 is going to be bigger than when the DFTs were launched. Ashley says she's from Texas too.
Howdy.
And, so this is going to be huge. We have a new product line coming out. I guess it's going to be part of our Thrive experience. It's going to be huge. So I don't know if you know Moria Dillard's story. She's actually, so Tony Strathman, she actually started with Lavelle before Lavelle was Lavelle. She was the one that got the samples that was hanging on a tree at like a Target from Paul Cravette. She didn't even know what the name was. They didn't even have like a name at the time. So Tony signed up Moria. Moria is the number one promoter in the company right now, and she has been for a long time. It's almost, I think it's just been just 4 years now she's been with the company. She started in November, went 40K in December, and so she went 40K right at this time that we're in right now, but she missed out on the first big thing when Lavelle started. She missed out on the DFTs. So okay, this woman, so when I was at my leadership retreat, we had Chastity Marie, who so it was Tony, Moria, Amber Mainquist, and then Chaz. And Chastity was telling us that I think it was July was her biggest check ever, and in 1 week her check was $80,000 in 1 week.
You cut out. Say that.
Chastity's biggest check in July was $80,000 in 1 week.
$80,000
$80,000
in 1 week.
in 1 week. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because she contacted Moria Dillard and asked her what her check was for that 1 week. It's the biggest check that anyone's ever gotten in that week. It's the biggest week this past July. Moria made $200,000 in 1 week.
Fuck me.
So, and she averages about at least $100,000 on a slow week. This Moria Dillard. So I want to put this into perspective for you. She missed out on the beginning of Lavelle. She missed out on the launch of DFTs. You know, we are here at an amazing time right now with the launch of 2.0 and with the promise of a product that's bigger than DFTs. You guys, you are in the right company at the right time, the right place at the right time. And so getting these free accounts is going to be huge for your success.
And you guys can't, if you guys are really struggling getting your customers, really struggling getting your promoters, and you've been with us a while, I don't know how to say this nicely. You need to change your friend circle. You need to be friend requesting a different group of people. You need to be friend requesting all different types of people from different walks, different countries, different time zones, whatever, you guys. If you have been with us for more than a week and you are not signing or enrolling like crazy, you've got to take a look at where you are in your life. What is your friend circle like? I mean, I don't want to sound rude, so I mean, I'm not going to go, you guys can get where I'm going with this. But, you know, I'm friend requesting at least 100 to 200 people a week, okay? Like, I started network marketing with 75 friends. I'm still only at 2008, you guys, and I'm a 40K. I can get 3,000 more friends still, and I'm at 40K already. You guys need to be friend requesting the right people, okay? So really do some self-reflection, you guys. If money is not the motivator, figure out what is, okay? I want my family to be able to do whatever we want. Me and Sean took 6 vacations in a matter of like 4 months. That's what I want. I want to be able to just be like, you know what, you guys we're bored. Let's go to Disneyland for the weekend. Let's go. Just grab a carry-on. We're just going to hit it, and we'll buy clothes when we get there. If that's your goal, write it down and make it come true, you guys. It can come true. What would you do with $100,000 a week? What would you do with $1,000 a week?
So we all missed. So our busy time starts January, February, goes till about like our busy, like off the wall, like busy time is spring into summer. We've been busy and we've been lucky this whole year that you've been busy all year long. But so we just missed the busy year. I came in at the end of March. So Jamie Pekka told me, I was at her house this past weekend and no, weekend before. And she told me that her husband is taking a leave of absence from his work for all of February, March, and April because she anticipates our business being so busy that she needs him at home to take care of things because she's not going to be off her computer, her phone. She's going to be, you know, enrolling and doing Zooms and trainings and, you know, so I just want you guys to, you know, be ready for this. This push is coming. It's going to be insane. So, and you're going to be even busier with the amount of free customer accounts that you have and the trainings that you're doing now with your promoters. I know, me too, Ashley. I know. I think we're all going to need assistance. But so when we say, you know, get your free customer accounts, we're not just saying it just because we don't have quotas, guys. We don't have quotas. We're
not
doing
just work.
Right. So what you're doing today is going to, you know, grow your business tomorrow. So I am so beside myself. I'm so excited for what's to come. Like, I know that this is going to change all of our lives. We're going to change so many others' lives. And I'm so excited. I can't wait. Can't wait.
You guys, if there's anything any of us can do to help you VIP, please let us know. And I'm not talking about VIPing just to get a bonus. Your goal should be VIPing every single week. So if you need help with something specifically, please ask, you guys. There's no reason why you guys are not hitting ranks. It's very simple, okay? It might be something as simple as you're just missing one little thing, and you just need somebody else to point it out, and you skyrocket. So please don't be afraid to reach out. All right, you guys, I know you've got it in you. If you need that fire relit, please do. We'll do whatever it takes to help you guys.
Absolutely. All right. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to unmute everybody. If you have any questions, I can, hold on. There we go.
And I know we talked about having other people come on and talk about things they're comfortable with, and we are going to pursue that starting next week. I wanted to hit some main things today that I knew were going to take up a lot of the Zoom that so many of you asked me about. So, like Jamie had said that she was going to be able to go over the hundreds list and a few things that she is good with. Her and somebody else had said something. Ashley is really good with customer service, which is another thing that we really need to touch base on too, Danny. I would love to have Ashley talk on customer service at some point.
Yep. Customer service, and then me with your hundreds list. 'Cause I think that we've really kind of gotten off the hundreds list as a team, and I'd like everybody to start getting back on that. And I'd like to show you. I'm not going to go into detail right now, but we all have different ways of having your hundreds list, and like mine, I was showing Michelle earlier today, and there's lots of different ways, and I think maybe different people talk about what they do, and you'll figure out what works best for you. Yeah, so if there's something that you want to learn more about, that you just feel like you're not getting it, or more clarification, or maybe a different way of doing something, let us know. It's something we can talk about on these Zooms. This is what this is for. So plus I like seeing all your faces.
I know, I'm very proud of everybody who's been getting on. You guys, it really shows who's in it. Taking that hour out a week. I know it's hard to find this time, especially this time with little. But you guys are all recognized, and it does come back to unfold. That's all I'm going to say.
Does anybody have any questions or anything else they want to talk about tonight? All right. Well, if that's it, I hope everybody has an amazing Christmas. And we will, what do we decide on? Thursday night, Michelle?
The 28th.
Well, you're unsure of us.
The 28th and the 4th.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll put that out there. I will schedule that. And I will make sure that gets to everybody. Have an amazing Christmas, you guys. Take the day and, really spend it with your families and just enjoy the time. All right, guys? All right, thank you so much. Bye.
Love you guys.
Have a Merry Christmas. Bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye.